everyone out there on them streets today. We just got Deb stream that was never announced and the patch notes for the aftermarket event, and apparently there's a lot of changes, some massive changes, and I haven't seen it. I know some people have posted things about it. I haven't read it. This is my first time going through this, and I think we aim for something like a roller coaster type thing. Says, hey, legends, blah blah blah. Crossplay beta. We know crossplay is coming. We know that. Since the launch of Apex Legends, crossplay has been one of the most requested features on our, from our players who wants the ability to play with their friends on the platforms. During the crossplay beta, players will have full access to crossplay functionality while we collect data, test the feature skill, and most importantly, listen to you, the fans, for feedback. Yeah, sure. Limited time on Flashpoint. I think what I kind of got and understood that was happening is that they may be testing some mechanics similar to Call of Duty, where your health regenerates after a certain amount of time, which will be pretty neat. The aftermarket delivers an all-new limited time mode Flashpoint play on King's Canyon. All healing items are removed in favor of massive zones around the map. The raging both between your health. I don't know about that being pretty. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. They should have left the healings there. I don't know about that. This is pretty neat. Is that? Oh, this is for free. Hemlock. Oh, wow. Bangalore actually got a free skin that's pretty nice. Not bad. New heirloom. Caustic, of course. He looks pretty badass. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. Now, legend meta. Rampart. This is where it gets good, right? Increase the rate at which Sheila's bullets spread tinets, which I think makes it more accurate, right? Is that what that's going for? Bloodhound updated. Bloodhound's tactical cooldown while ultimate active for 6 seconds to 8 seconds. Okay. Extremely powerful for Bloodhound. Their ultimate is not truly a moment you should fear as the enemy. We think we might have gone a little too far with 6 seconds, so they added 3 seconds. Here we go. Pathfinder. Grapple cooldown is not based on the distance Pathfinder travel. The shortest possible pull has a 10-second cooldown. The maximum cooldown is still 35 seconds, but you're going to have to swing a very long distance to get there. Have fun out there, friends. That's kind of weird. I don't know about all that. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's still nerfing really good Pathfinder players. Still doing it. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. Death Note. Pathfinder mains rejoice the Outland's happiest robots getting some love. Instead of dropping grapple cooldown back to 15 seconds where it was before, or moving it to 25 seconds. As the compromise, we consider a player's suggestion thanks rather to have the grapple drain energy as it goes, similar to Titanfall 2. The difference here is that we're looking at your full distance travel from the moment you leave the ground to when you're on the ground again, and not sliding at crazy speeds. What this means is 2 things. Bad Pathfinder players no longer need to fear the faceplant grapple quite as much. Makes sense. If you're not going anywhere, you're not incurring much of the cooldown. Sure. I think this is just for like taking high ground, not to grapple into battles or away from battles that they're nerfing. They want to really nerf that, and I think it's likely due to how silent it seems to be when Pathfinder lands when he grapples into a battle, or how easily it is to get away from a bad situation. I think that's what they want to really work around. If you're really good at Pathfinder and looking for the absolute max distance grapple, you still have a 35 cooldown, assuming you landed. Assuming you landed. What does that even mean? This buff pad a little less fun as scary as robot players out there, and also opens up a room for skill expression. Can find useful short distance grapples that will give you a shorter CD cooldown, but still do something good for you. Looking forward to seeing what you all have to do with this. Wraith. Updated Wraith sprint animation. Depth note. Wraith is a very challenging legend to nerf. We'll look at the legend performance across a number of axes, how often trios with this legend on them win games, plays highly, how often this legend gets knocked down versus is knocked down, how often this legend is picked, Across each and every single one of these axes, Wraith is dominates. I mean, you would expect that since she has the ability to be able to move freely, right? I don't understand how that actually does anything. Like, for example, Lifeline being able to die. I know Lifeline dominates some of these too. At least 2 of these particular axes, as they say. But, which, I mean, it should be worrisome because it should be. And yet, each time we hit her abilities, which we done it a lot, she bounces back within a few beats without bleeding a lot of pick rate. So they want to force people to not choose to Wraith. So that's what they're going for, and they haven't been really upfront about it. So guess that makes sense. Her kit is uniquely useful both in solo games and highly coordinated games. Also, she's really cool. We get it. She is cool. We don't want to hit her abilities anymore. We think both she and Pathfinder have been pushed to the edge in terms of cooldowns and utility nerfs. We're pushing them any further will make them a lot less fun to play. We don't want them. Sure. So we started looking at all the legend specific things that could give her this power and discovered that her sprinting animation are unique in how much they artificially shorten her by hunching over, thus shrinking her shootable area from the perspective of the enemy. Sure. I heard this on Reddit before, that particular idea. It doesn't sound like a lot, but taken together with her already small hitbox is a lot of power. Sure, I mean, Lifeline is tinier, but whatever. This patch, we're introducing a new set of spring animations for Wraith. These are much more upright and expose a larger area of her body to gunfire. Now we know her old spring was iconic, and we hate to see it go as well. Damn, she's no longer doing the Naruto run. Well, we believe this is the best way by far of bringing her in line without having to hit her abilities again. Depending on what we see after the animations go live, we may be able to put some power back in her abilities. No promises though. Ooh, bro, that's what made her iconic, bro. The Naruto run. As always, we will be listening to feedback and monitoring data on this change. They're never gonna go back on the Naruto run. They really want her to be more shootable, so that's rip on the Naruto run. Crypto's drone cannot open loot vaults. What? If Crypto has the key in his inventory, it consumes the key as usual. Okay, alright. Side grade, I see. Low increase range of her ultimate and passive from 3100 units to 4500 units, so it's a larger, wider radius for her to loot when she opens her black boutique. Lava now starts the match with her ultimate half charge. Honestly, I don't understand what the point of this is. It's not like it makes her more useful. Even in rank, no one cares. No one cares if you got a Lova, bro. No one cares. What are you gonna do? Have extra shields on the floor? Sure. What if you never get a chance to use them because Caustic was there? Too bad. Done. That's it. And Caustic is pretty prevalent. So, yeah, that, I don't know. They need to make her bracelet be so much faster. You need to be able to run more using that then too. Like, that's it. That's all she really needs. Weapon meta, Devo increase hip fire spread at the base level and also increase the spread added while firing Spitfire. We tried to keep hip fire numbers consistent with similar weapons of the same class, so the hip fire spread increase on the Devotion is also being applied to the Spitfire to compensate. We are reducing horizontal recoil on the Spitfire. Sure. Reduce fire rate from 14 from 1.3 to 1.3. Reduce fire rate, which means that it goes faster or slower. Reduce fire rate from 1.4 to 1.3. I think it's slower, right? I think it's slower. Quality of life. Loot prompts now show how much damage an evil shield has accumulated so you can do a better survival. Yeah, sure. Thanks. So what are we looking at here? Replace. Oh, it tells you in comparison to yours. Minus 85 plus 40. So it needs 40, it needs 85. You are not able to switch to the same level armor that has less health if it is closer to evolving. Right. Loot prompts will not have a small indicator that lets you know if your teammate needs this item, so you can ping it. Sure. Performance display is a new option that activates a panel that appears in the top right corner of the screen during the match that the data displays frames per second, latency, lost token, and out. Okay. Well, what does that do for you? If you're noticing persistent issues while playing, this display may help you and us identify what's going on. Oh, sure. Anonymous mode has been added to the options. Anonymize your name in the champion's presentation, obituary, and other locations of living opponents. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Level 0 evil armor will not appear as empty in the inventory, so you can ping to request for armor. There are more banners placed around world stage to better support Crypto's ability to see nearby squads and don't side buff again for Crypto. Out of bounds. The out of bounds timer no longer refers each time you enter a new out of bounds area. The timer is not fixed amount of time, 30 seconds. If you enter a new out of bounds area, the timer will steadily increase. However, if you only have 5 seconds left, the timer will keep refreshing up to the 5-second mark. I don't understand what that means. You should work against people exploring the timer. Sure. So it doesn't restart apparently. That's essentially what they want to get at. Random favorite selections added for music and loading screen categories. Thanks. That's nice. Holo sprays will not remember which players like them and will display a counter to the owner. Sure. Bug faces general added the ability to paint the satellite dish to Crypto's room. Gibraltar's face initiative with the bubble shield looking while in the setting condition. The face initiative with the Guardian Ninja skin. Having this snake and using, yeah, that didn't work well. I had to take it off for that reason. Face an issue where care package will not be allowed to place in certain areas. Dude, yesterday I saw a care package land on a replicator. It's pretty rad. Pretty gnarly. Face an issue with being ping, blah blah blah. Face an issue with this revenue. I don't even know. Should we go through all this? Wow. Rampart needed a lot of work. I think that's it. I guess the most memorable changes had to be the Wraith losing her Naruto run, bruh. That's like that really hurts me personally. I mean, another noticeable thing is obviously Pathfinder's pick rate is gonna just explode after this update. I guarantee it. So back to Pathfinder meta somehow. I mean, Wraith still the same thing. Pathfinder is definitely gonna shoot up. And what can you do about that? What can you do about that? I mean, I personally really believe that Pathfinder needed to get nerfed, and he's still nerfed. And what they did is exactly what you needed to work around, which is his ability to grapple in and out of fights. Which, you know, they're doing their best to figure it out, and kudos to the devs. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's it for me. If you guys really enjoyed this, and you guys are excited for the aftermarket event, you already know what to do. Hit that like. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on everything 8-bit. This is your boy One Time signing out. Till next time. Peace.